Hello, baby gangsters. This is Calvin, also known as Robert, and this is my first ever playthrough of Honkai Star Rail, and we're going to be heading on over here to do Dan Heng's mission. And I think he's actually in, like, the Lune form right now. Over there, look. I think he is. Okay, let's do this. I'm very excited for this.
I have delivered the missive about the meeting. Do you have any questions, Master Dan Heng?
Master Dan Heng.
I know all that I wish to know.
Look at him.
Thank you, Miss Huanxi.
And so polite. Such a polite lad.
You need not address me as Miss. I am but one of Miss Bailu's maids. Then again, if I may be so bold as to make a humble request.
So he wants to meet up with Bailu, of course, here. Look at the eyes.
Go ahead.
Before this goes ahead... Oh, who might this be?
Honestly, this is my guy. This is Dan Heng. It seems it came at a bad time. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. The name's Stell. Just imagine I'm a street lamp. I'm barely even here. Let's just be nice about this. Pleasure to meet your acquaintance.
I'm speaking with Master Dan Heng. I'm afraid this doesn't involve you. Please take your leave.
I'm good pals with both of our Vidyahara pals here. Dan Heng and Bailu.
She is a close friend. I've invited her along to bear witness.
Close friend.
Please, treat her as you would me. Now, what was your request?
Guys, for some reason, him saying this to me is like everything, right?
She is a close friend.
Right? It's just like, we've already been through so much, you know? Yeah? Yeah? What now?
Then I hope you don't plan on meeting with Miss Bailu.
What? I know Bailu too. Bailu's my pal also. The High Elder's maid turning away guests without her knowledge? I wouldn't say that. You know, obviously they have a care for Bailu, I think. But care to elaborate?
Please, hear what I have to say. I have good reason to be concerned.
Well, hear you out, of course.
Perhaps you should know that Miss Bailu's path to becoming a High Elder was neither in compliance with proper protocol, nor of her own volition.
She keeps wanting to escape, right?
Everything was a result of the stubbornness of her predecessor, Dan Feng. His hubris and tyranny brought about the end of the Loufu's High Elder succession.
So he like broke a cycle here completely.
The preceptors heard of Master Dan Heng's return, and were uncertain whether it constituted good or ill fortune. However, many have surmised that the Loufu's High Elder succession tradition will soon be back in force. If true, that is indeed something worth celebrating.
So is that because Dan Heng has like taken this form again? They believe that the succession is going to happen again?
Whether we find another suitable candidate in accordance with the laws of our people, or have you take up the position anew, everything can still be mended.
Okay, so there's some hope here for them, I guess.
But if Master Dan Heng were to hand everything over to Miss Bailu, it could lead to great upheavals on the horizon. No good would come of it for
And I wonder
her.
if that's just because she didn't do it by the book? Another suitable candidate who does the Vidyahara hope for? I don't think she ever wants to be the high... Yeah, I don't think she even wants. She doesn't want to. Shouldn't you ask Bailu herself? But yeah, I think it's a good way of doing it, right? But we can choose these options too to hear the dialogue as well.
I've been a maid here for 12 years now, and was with my mistress every day as she studied medicine and received tutelage. I've witnessed her countless escapes, and the inevitable unwilling return.
She's an escape artist, honestly.
As far as a Xianzhou is concerned, children like her enjoy a charmed and happy childhood. But as a High Elder in nothing but name alone, Miss Bailu is highly restricted in her actions, and has no freedom or say about her own life. I can't bear it.
Oh.
Your Highness, please think about this poor child.
It's because like after this she'll have like no freedom whatsoever. Like she'll be in such like a prominent and important position, right? Another suitable candidate who does the Vidyahara hope for?
Such a major matter as this is naturally up to the Preceptor Elders.
Fair enough.
I couldn't possibly say.
Fair enough. Shouldn't you ask Bailu about this herself?
Miss Bailu is young, naive, and easily manipulated by others. I worry that under the pressure of others, she would be convinced into taking up too great a burden.
And she is someone who does love helping people as well, right? That's a very Bailu thing.
I understand your concern, but I have nothing more to say on the matter at present.
Dan Heng being very straightforward here, as he probably has to be at this stage, you know?
Then I will bid my farewell. Master Dan Heng, whether you choose to meet Miss Bailu or go with me to see the Preceptor Elders, I will be waiting for you by the ferry leading to Scale Gorge Waterscape.
I kind of wanted, like, I would kind of want, like, Bailu to hear about this, right? Because I feel like even though she's, like, so young, like, I think it's almost like the absence of freedom, like not giving her the choice as well, I guess.
I haven't even set eyes on Bailu, and people are already urging me not to meet her.
I think it's going to be such an interesting meeting, though, if it does happen. Finally, we can learn about Dan Heng's past. Should I keep it a secret from the others?
No need. March will find out sooner or later.
When March thought he had a brother, she was so ready to gossip. Like, she turned to him, like, with the brightest eyes you've ever seen in your life.
You know that I'm a descendant of the Loufu Vidyadhara. In Scale Gorge Waterscape, you witnessed my secret strength, as March would call it.
That's the thing, right? Him and March get annoyed by each other, but he references March every, like, 2 seconds. You know what I mean? Just like she references Dan Heng every 2 seconds as well. They cannot not talk about each other.
Yet that power stems from Dan Feng, my previous incarnation. He altered the process of High Elder succession, plunging everything into catastrophe. Ultimately, he suffered the punishment of molting rebirth.
Molting rebirth. So his big thing that he did was change the succession of the Vidyadhara. And molting rebirth.
Based on the physiological principles of Vidyadhara reincarnation, I ought to have been an entirely new entity. And, in view of the law, all crimes from my previous incarnation should have been wiped clean.
So, what Dan Feng did was change the way reincarnation worked so that he basically was reincarnated in almost the exact same form, like physical form?
But in reality, I was locked up in the shackling prison at birth.
That's horrible.
Even after I was released and left the Xianzhou, my High Elder past and Dan Feng's enemies pursued me like a haunting
And that's what
shadow.
Blade said. Remember Blade said you could put on a disguise, but it's not convincing me. That's really horrible though, right? That's what he had to go through.
Now, I plan to face that shadow. In order to make amends, I want to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal and visit the High Elder to see what more I can do. The start skiff is ready. Let's go.
I'm up for it. Like, I'm definitely up for this as well. This is, yeah, it's so interesting to me because, like, I think that's what we're getting at here, right? Dan Feng broke the cycle of rebirth and created molten rebirth, and I think that's, like, is that what happened? How, such a cool scene. How, Dan Heng looks like Dan Feng so much, and because of that, everything followed Dan Heng in a very unfair way. No, legitimately unfair, no matter what way you look at it. There's no other way to look at it. It's unfair. It's totally unfair how everything followed him around the place. He had to look over his shoulder for his whole life. He was having nightmares. Blade tried to kill him. You know, all this stuff. Like, and now he's, like, free because he's able to walk around here freely, right? But still, he wants to make amends for something he never did, right? But it's probably still going to be on his mind. I think that makes perfect sense to me because while it's like, yes, he didn't do it 100%, and he doesn't actually have to be the one to make amends. I'll stand by that forever. But I think emotionally, after you've, like, he's, like, gotten past the, how do I say? He's gone past the time of, like, oh, I'm no longer being pursued, right? That's his thing now. I'm no longer being pursued. But there's still a lot of high emotions that come with that. So even though he's not being pursued anymore, he's probably still thinking about this all the time. It's probably still in his mind. And I wonder if it is a thing where it's like, look, if I can make amends for all this stuff and finally put this behind me and finally, you know, make everything right, then maybe it'll change his feelings on things as well.
The rumors are true. You really are back.
This is Dan Heng.
I'm Hila Lu Ying of the Alchemy Commission. I'm a Vidyadhara too, as you can see. I'd heard the reincarnation of the great sinner has returned to the Loufu and wanted to offer some advice.
Yeah, he's not the great sitter, he's the great beauty.
Oh?
Leave this troubled place immediately.
Don't try being rude. Looks like the Vidyadhara aren't a big fan of yours. Are you hear about the High Elder Succession too?
Certainly. Miss Bailu has weathered nothing but criticism since she was granted the title. But the Alchemy Commission firmly believes that girl to be a precious diamond in the rough. She is compassionate, kind, and 100 times better than Dawn Fang.
I don't doubt what you're saying. Like, she's like legitimately like a very kind and caring person. You know that, and it's Dawn Heng isn't Dawn Fang. Dawn Heng is one of the most caring people you could ever meet.
Moreover, Dawn Fang selected her as High Elder, making her the leader of the Loufu Vidyadhara. Fate chose her as our sovereign, and we bowed down before that destiny. Now that you're back, everything has changed. The preceptors are starting to think of finding other candidates, which means nothing but trouble for Miss Bailu.
So it puts like a lot of like spanners in the works when it comes to this stuff for Bailu.
I have no intention of threatening
Of course.
Bailu's position.
You may have a clear conscience, but even so, as long as you remain on the Loufu, invisible forces will try to coerce you. Leave now. It is the best outcome for everyone involved.
I don't think Dawn Heng could be coerced in that way, right?
Do not repeat the mistakes of a past life in this one. Farewell.
It wouldn't be a repeat. Well, it would be a repeat, but he didn't do anything. Like, that's why he probably wants to do this. Because even though, as the general said, I'm out to put this behind you, like, legally and all this stuff, but, like, emotionally, still people are going to be so freaking pissed. And there probably is a thing of that, too, where it's, like, it's not fully emotionally healed for Dawn Heng either. So, like, there's a lot going on here that, like, I think is going to maybe in a way to try and, like, feel better. Maybe not even just feel better, but it's to make everything kind of feel kind of right. Even though, again, like, I just think, like, you know, the whole reincarnation stuff, like, it's an amazing thing to think about in terms of lore and story. But, like, the first thing I would do I would grab Dawn Heng by the shoulders and say, buddy, you're beautiful, you're amazing, you're not Dawn Fang. You're just not.
Excuse me, are you two on your way to the Alchemy Commission, Delph?
Depart. And I know Dawn Heng sees it in a different way. Oh, the general. I know Dawn Heng sees it in a different way as well, and I'll support him in whatever he wants to do. Always.
Hello. What brings you two here? The wind and waves are restless around lunar-rescent depths today.
Even you came to dissuade me from visiting the High Elder?
I can't get
General?
over how beautiful this design is as well, the alt for Dawn Heng.
This encounter was not of my making. I've been recuperating in the Alchemy Commission under the Dragon Lady's care.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Our paths have merely crossed.
Which makes sense, right? Like, she's a fantastic healer.
But your question would suggest that there are others interested in dissuading you from such a venture.
Yes, many, each with their own agenda in mind. It's just a quick meeting. What's the deal? We'll just say this one here. Yeah, just be honest about it.
Matters that concern the rise and fall of the Vidyadhara will inevitably attract certain parties. Those that would work circumstances to their advantage. Be it Dawn Fang, the Preceptors, or the Alchemy Commission that trained the Dragon Lady.
Everyone's gonna have their own opinion on this stuff.
Your injury hasn't dulled your instincts, General. The Preceptors and the Commission seem deeply concerned.
Yeah. Gorgeous music, isn't it? It's so gorgeous.
A chance meeting is a gift from fate. Why don't I help you to fathom their intent then?
That'd be really nice of him, right? The Vidyadhara elders want to choose a new High Elder.
The power struggle between the Preceptors and their High Elder is a tale as old as time. And someone as powerful as Dawn Fang, who was completely beyond their control, was enough for them to harbor a hidden rage. The Elders used to have a small say in appointing the new High Elder. Who could have imagined that Dawn Fang would pick his own successor? And yet, that is precisely what happened. And all they could do was accept the result.
They felt powerless in this situation as well, and it made them angry.
Now that Dawn Heng has arrived, the Elders see yet another chance. How could they let it go?
Pretty bold of them.
Us outsiders should not judge the laws of the Vidyadhara.
I suppose.
The Preceptors have been suppressed for some time now. they will inevitably try to overturn the situation.
So the Vidyadhara elders are like legitimately just like with Don Heng returning, they're like seeing this as an opportunity to choose a new High Elder, maybe someone that they can like actually like control, or someone that they can actually deal with, because they couldn't deal with Don Fong and it made them angry, and then they couldn't even choose the one afterwards. It was Bailu who was chosen, and they couldn't do anything about it. The Alchemy Commission hopes that Bailu can stay on as High Elder.
These people speak of legitimacy. They believe that Bailu was chosen as heir apparent by the previous High Elder, and that unless you were to commit a terrible sin, the Preceptors should have no right whatsoever to choose again.
Two like opposite staunch opinions, right?
The healer lady has draconic features and scarcely believable therapeutic abilities. Some regard this as evidence that she is the High Elder, but the Preceptors are fixated on strength and are unwilling to accept her. Now that Don Feng's reincarnation has shown a command over the vast marine expanse of luminescent depths, those longing to keep the traditional bequeathal of the High Elder feel increasingly uneasy.
So, because they've seen what Don Heng can do, and seen what he can do with the splitting of the ocean, now they're kind of like, we gotta keep these traditions intact. We gotta, or I guess it's more just like, yeah, it's like, is that what I'm getting? Is that what they're getting at here? There's a lot here. Yeah. So maybe they're just like, well, no, we have to like keep Don Feng's decision then because of what Don Heng did as well, I guess. I'm going to say very conservative of them, but like, you know, these answers are non-answers to me because like, I don't really know what to say.
After Don Feng's abdication, they fought against the Preceptors and saved Bailu's dignity. They demonstrated a true devotion.
So they're truly devoted to Bailu.
These folks aren't the type to just let it go.
General, what do you think about this? This is actually gonna be like, again, because I'm not like totally like, you know, understanding of like how everyone like is, you know, so like it's probably good to get the General's opinion on this in general, you know?
It is an internal affair of the Vidyadharas. As long as it does not disturb the peace aboard the Loufu, it does not involve the General of the Cloud Knights.
So he's very official about some stuff like that too. He has bent the rules sometimes, but he's saying like, hey, look, this is something that I'm an outsider to this. It doesn't affect me. It doesn't affect the Cloud Knights at all.
Nevertheless, as a
friend,
friend, let me remind you of one thing. So long as Don Heng and Bailu, with their respective High Elder powers and titles, both remain on the Loufu, the Vidyadhara will never cease their internal strife. This is not to say that either of you are to blame.
Right, so the fact that Don Heng is here, as we saw there, with the idea of like keeping, I guess, the traditional aspects alive and stuff like this, versus the people who want to get Bailu out of powder, like it's a really like there's a lot to it, right? There's a lot to it. I know you guys don't mind me reading over this stuff anyway, again. So the Vidyadhara elders want to choose a new High Elder. And the power struggle between Preceptors and the High Elder as a tale as old time. So the Preceptors are going against the High Elders. And someone as powerful as Don Feng, who's completely beyond their control. So the High Elders basically, the Elders of the Vidyadhara don't have a say in who is appointed, and they want a say in who is appointed. And now that Don Heng has arrived, they're hoping that this is some way that they could choose a new, maybe even like get us to choose a new successor, probably. And then the Alchemy Commission are the ones that hope that the Bailu can stay on as the Elder. And it seems that like they talk about legitimacy and the idea of being legit. And since Bailu was chosen, and unless she does something horrible, she won't be ever like kicked out of being the successor. But there's people who are the Preceptors are fixed on the idea of strength, and they don't think Bailu has that strength. And now that we have shown command over the vast like water, like not we, sorry, Don Heng has done that. They want to keep the traditional stuff alive with Bailu, Right. Sorry, I know you guys don't mind me reading over this stuff again. There's just so much, like, you know, like, and it's actually very realistic how there's so many different factions and belief systems. It's actually very cool.
It's getting late. You are headed to repair the Arbor's seal at Scale Gorge Waterscape and visit the High Elder, no? Farewell for now. I should start taking this business of rest and recuperation a little
You
more
should.
seriously.
You've been supposed to be resting like 10 times now, and I've seen you out and about like 10 times. Legitimately. It's so interesting, right? It's like there's so many
I
different
must
belief
return
systems
to
going
my
on here.
quarters now. I merely took advantage of the healer's absence to slip out and relax a little. Be on your way.
So the crux of everything is we know that the elders want to pick a different... They want to be able to pick the successors themselves, while the Alchemy Commission wants to keep tradition alive and keep Bailu within that position. And they see the fact that, like, we are so powerful and we chose, technically our predecessor chose Bailu. This is such a beautiful place, isn't it? And that's why that's their way of keeping Bailu in power. I don't know. You can explain to me, guys, if I'm getting this wrong, but that seems to be like what we're getting in here. There's a lot to
Master
it.
Don Heng, you're back. Have you made your decision? Will you come with me to meet with the elders first? Or are you set on seeing Miss Bailu?
The elders do not want Bailu as the successor.
Miss Bailu is already waiting at Scale Gorge
There we go.
Waterscape.
He's choosing Bailu's agency, and I honestly don't think that's a terrible thing. We know but one of the things Bailu hates is having things decided for her, you know?
Your stubbornness is redolent of your previous
Oh,
incarnation.
so that's one thing you got from Don Fong.
Sorry, but you're not going anywhere.
Oh, it's that guy from before?
A criminal who destroyed our succession is unworthy of setting foot in the sacred places of the Vidyadhara.
Wait, so again, there's this is what the general said. I was so worked up there for a second. The general said this. You can, as we said, we can cure things legally, but not emotionally.
Wait. Master Don Heng's presence at Scale Gorge Waterscape has been approved by the 6 charioteers and the preceptors. He is no longer the criminal he once was.
Yeah, and we were the general relieved everything of that passed on us, so legally we can go out wherever we want.
Empty rhetoric. There are ways of unearthing his
Do you
true
really want to try
identity.
this?
And even his reincarnation should answer for the monstrous
Nah.
crimes of the past. The Vidyadhara will never
And this
accept
is what
him.
it seems like. There's like so much tradition involved in this too, right? Like if you said to anyone, it's like he shouldn't be. He should not answer for those monstrous crimes of the past. It was not him. It was not. He didn't decide to be the spitting image of Don Fong. He did not decide this. You really want to do this?
Die, Don Fong.
Vidyadhara assassins, by the way. Oh my god, we're using Don Fong! Don Heng. I said Don Fong. Even I'm getting mixed up now. So we can enhance. And then do a single target here. Oh my god, that's so fun. Let's turn off the speed up function for a bit here just so we can do some stuff here.
How then do you still possess the power of the High Elder?
Oh, so they're saying, well, if you are just a reincarnation, then like, why the hell can you do this stuff? Some cool movesets here as well, right? So that must be frustrating for them to see. It's like, this guy's claiming he's not like anything like Don Fong, but look at the power that he still has. Let's turn off the speed of function and then do this.
Awaken dormant scales.
This is so cool.
Delve
He's so
hidden
cool.
moon. World cleansing dragon.
Oh my freaking god! It's so freaking cool.
The times have changed beyond recognition.
To change beyond recognition as well. So what happens if you get 3 of those? Can we enhance even more?
As I expected, Don Fong,
Oh my god.
you have returned.
And it's almost like confirms their creepy suspicions, right? It's like he has this power. He must be Don Fong. He must be.
Thank you for rescuing me, Master Don Heng.
Freaking crazy, man.
They came for me. I'm sorry you got dragged into
That's
it.
genuinely sweet of her, by the way, to be like, thank you for rescuing me. It's like, yeah, they attacked us, and, you know, you just happened to be there, and it's unfortunate, you know?
It's risky to remain here. We should leave. Master Dan Heng, after your meeting, will you go with me to see the elders?
Should I ever want to meet the preceptors, Miss Huan Si, I will ask you to pass on the
Ah.
I understand. Please alight, Your Highness. Miss Bailu awaits you at Dragon Vista Rain Hall.
So are the preceptors... it seems the preceptors are the High Elders? Is that what we're getting at here as well? The preceptors are the High Elders. So there's some... So they're also, like, what we're getting at here then is that there's also different beliefs within the High Elders. Not everyone has the same beliefs within the Elders, it seems. Let's go. Okay. Oh, no, wrong button. I'm ready.
Please alight, Your Highness. Miss...
And by the way, Your Highness as well.
We should proceed
Sure,
carefully.
100%. Oh my god, it's Bailu.
So slow. I've been waiting for you here for ages.
Oh my god, she's actually quite adorable though, isn't she? She is. Everyone on the way here wanted to chat with Dan Heng. That's actually very true. That's very true. Oh, let's just be honest. We met with an assassin on the way over. Let's just be honest.
An assassin? Are you okay? Are you injured?
Now I feel bad, by the way, because she's so sweet, right? And like instantly it went from like her being like very understandably kind of being upset, like I've been waiting here for so long. It's okay to have a gripe, but then she feels bad, you know?
Fortunately, the skills of Master Dan Heng and his friends were too much for them. There are those that wish to assassinate Master Dan Heng, miss. Presumably to preserve your legitimacy as High Elder.
It's such an interesting thing with these factions, right? And these different groups and what they want and like what they're willing to do to stop this. Just because, as the general said, as long as these two remain on the Xianzhou together, there's going to be those problems. It's the same thing of having, this has been a thing through our history. It's like as long as like the two princes are alive, there's going to be questions of legitimacy and who should get the crown. And you say it's the eldest, but in some cases they might choose the one that he feels more capable, or in some cases they would like even like you know, try to get rid of the one who was least capable, I suppose, as well, you know? It's an interesting way. It's an interesting thing that they do here that feels again very real to true life in some ways, at least true history in some ways.
I don't care about my
Oh my god, I adore her.
Why do they? I told you, whoever wants to be the High Elder is welcome. I never wanted this.
Yeah, and we definitely got this energy off her all the time, right?
I am Dan Heng. It is an honor to meet you, Miss Bailu.
You're Dan Heng?
Oh my god.
I heard about how you parted the ancient sea and Scale Gorge water escape. These assassins have got their work cut out.
Oh, that's why, and that's what's so amazing with this. Everyone's fighting over this. Everyone's arguing over this. There's people trying to kill people over this, and then the two people that they want to, that each have like you know, that they're kind of fighting over in a way, are just smiling with each other. You know, that's what's happening.
Miss Bailu, please don't say things
It's
like
okay. I
that.
didn't think it was bad. I think it's very. I know, and she's trying to make her like into like maybe like a proper, you know, elder and something. Maybe not a proper elder, but like maybe just trying to keep her polite. But I think it's okay.
Let me take a look at you. Dragon horns. Well, they say you're Dan Feng's reincarnation. Suppose it must be true then. But you're different from me. Where's your
I actually
tail?
love these questions, right? I think they're very sweet. Don Heng. Oh, Don Heng's getting a bit awkward.
If I let you be High
Oh my
Elder,
god.
will you grow a tail?
Bailu.
About the High Elder succession. I have no intention of getting entangled.
That's so
in
funny.
that.
The two people here, they don't want it. Both of them don't want it.
I'm here to repair the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. This is the duty of the Loufu Vidyadhara.
Oh, really? Then why'd you come to CB? All I've learned since my hatching rebirth are some medical skills at the Alchemy Commission. I can't repair seals or part the sea like you can.
I should take this opportunity to talk with you about the past, Miss Bailu. I've heard about your situation, and while I can't guarantee a solution, I will do my best to improve things for you.
Yeah, he wants to make this right, clearly. Very, like, in a very Dan Heng way, a very sweet thing to say.
interesting. You're not like other grown-ups. You say what you think, and you seem trustworthy.
She likes this.
So, you want me to go with you to Scale Gorge Water?
She's so casual about it too. But again, we know that's Bailu's, we said that before in this episode. Bailu's whole thing is like being spoken to and given agency. Like she doesn't want to be like have the agency taken away from her. So lying to her or making her feel less than is just going to make her more upset and want her to get out of the situation, you know?
Precisely.
Let's go.
Oh my god, 2 video horror, look at this.
Miss Bailu,
Guanxi, please wait here for me. I'll come back as soon as I can. I've got these two to look after me. Don't
Bailu's
worry.
pretty great herself. Bailu's a 5-star, you know? Obviously, we can't say that to someone in the game. The group walks through the empty ruins of the Dragon Palace and arrive at the roots. Oh my god, and we get to play as him? That is so freaking cool. Look at him. And he knows he's cool. He knows he's cool. We got to play as him before, obviously, in the actual main mission. Like, this outfit's so freaking cool. And here's the thing, like, I think I'll always, like, love, like, you know, original Dan Heng, but, like, I think that, like, if this ever, you know, comes on the banner, 100% you better believe I'm going, oh, this is still such an impressive place. 100% you better believe I'm going to be wishing on this for sure. I'm going to have a team of Dan Hengs. A team of them. Yeah. So pretty. So pretty. Let's go. I love this interaction between him and Bailu, by the way. I do love it. And again, like I said, giving agency to Bailu and letting her feel like she is not stupid. And not that anyone intentionally makes her feel that way, but she probably feels like she has a lack of control, which is why she's probably trying to escape all the time. So having someone like Dan Heng speak to her, like, very matter of fact, feels pretty good. You know, it feels pretty good for her.
Wow. What a magnificent sight. Is that the ambrosial
It's
arbor?
really cool, isn't it?
Yes. Forming a seal and using their power to curb the spread of the arbor's roots is an important task entrusted to the Luofu's High Elder.
News to me. The elders must be well aware that I'm not qualified for this
So they haven't
position.
told her about this stuff at all.
Which begs the question. Why did Dunfeng choose me all those years
And
ago?
that is a good question, right? And the thing is, like, you know, like, we know Bailu's a fantastic healer, a fantastic person, but it is an interesting thing to understand, like, why anyone would choose anybody, not just like Bailu, you know?
That's exactly what I've come to Scale Gorge Waterscape to find out. Among the Vidyadhara, the High Elder is the existence closest to the permanence. According to historical records, the High Elder's succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, as well as a treasure known as Dragonheart.
Dragonheart.
Once succession is complete, the former High Elder undergoes a hatching rebirth, while the new High Elder begins to display draconic features.
Okay, so let's reread this again. According to historical records, the High Elder's succession involves a secret ritual known as the Transmutation Arcanum, which, as well as a treasure known as the Dragonheart. Once succession is complete, the former High Elder will hatch again, while the new High Elder will begin to display draconic features. So it's like a reincarnation, I guess? Is that what's happening? So the former Elder will reincarnate, while the new High Elder will start to will display draconic features. So is that what would happen to Bailu or Dan Heng? But are they not already draconic features?
However, Dunfeng's ritual
Oh.
failed, and his
I get
powers
it.
remained within me. And if for some reason, it also created
So it created Bailu in that moment. So there was like a reincarnation and also a failed reincarnation. I'm a little bit, maybe I'm just like making it harder than it has to be. It seems that like Donfeng's reincarnation, or his ritual failed, but in the process he created Bailu. Bailu was created, and the powers that were supposed to be passed on in terms of draconic features to the next High Elder were left within Dan Heng.
So, in medical terms, he messed up the prescription. And brought suffering down on himself and just about everyone else in the
That's
process.
a pretty good way of putting it, right?
I want to use this opportunity to repair the ambrosial arbor's seal and see if I can help recall our memories.
It's just so cool to seeing two of you
Shun
hard.
the tree's growth, the residual plague, water of the ancient sea. Upon the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal.
Oh my
winds.
god.
Strange. This is different from the breaking of the seal. Why is there no reaction?
And it's like artwork as well.
What's wrong? Not going to
Oh my god,
plan,
look at
huh?
them.
Shun the tree's growth, the residual plague.
Shun the tree's growth. The residual
And she's like
plague.
repeating what he says. That's so cute.
Water of the ancient
Look at
sea.
them.
On the High Elder's command, subdue the eternal.
Oh my
winds.
god, I know it's like literally just a beautiful art piece, but like
This
seeing them
feeling.
together like this, doing this.
That's it. You did it.
Oh my
This alone
god.
should prove to everyone that you are the true High
Fantastic.
Elder.
Look at that in the bathing of light upon them as well. But like, just look at his like he's like there with his like big hand. Look at her little hand as well. Like it's like really sweet to me in a way.
When the seal was reestablished, did you recall anything?
It was like a tide surging through my mind. I became really huge, and the whole of Scale Gorge waterscape was responding to my voice, resonating with me.
Whoa.
That's fun. Danheng, teach
Oh
me
my
another
god,
trick.
this is so sweet.
Let's see if I can remember anything else.
She's like, man, I love these little tricks. I love these tricks. I love these little things I can do. Yeah, that was such a sweet scene for me. Like, I understand it was like, you know, meant to be like a more serious scene, of course. And it was like what they were trying to do was trying to recount these memories and also show that she was, you know, capable of being the High Elder. But there's just something like so like big brother, little sister about it. You know what I mean?
Wait. Can you feel it? There's someone
What?
coming.
Mara struck.
You. Who are you?
So they are trying their best to stop this.
Protect Bailu.
Hey, I'm doing the protecting here. Nobody's getting hurt with me around.
Thank you, Bailu. So does this also have the power of like stopping the Mara-struck soldiers from being reincarnated? Does Don Hung also have that?
Dodge this!
Oh,
Lend me your strength.
usually we're used to something else, but it's okay. We'll go for it seriously here as well. Even though it's probably not going to work out too well because I think some of these guys reincarnate. Oh, I guess not. And then we get to go again.
Dodge this!
I sent a storm.
Great stuff. It's so fun using Don Hung, the other Don Hung as well.
They managed to appear right next to us without a sound.
They may have used a cloud hymn to create mist and provide a smoke screen. I'm afraid this ambush was probably lying.
So they
in wait
knew
for
you were going to
us.
come here. They knew this was going to happen, or they were at least preparing for like the eventuality that it could happen.
Seems like some people have had enough of my
It's so crazy
presence.
that they still led into this. Like that this is what the general said would probably happen. You can't, you know, ensure your safety. Was the assassin sent by the Preceptors, the Alchemy Commission? Which one would it be? Because then it's like if the Preceptors are the Elders wanted to choose their own one, right? So it might be the Elders, but then the Alchemy Commission also wanted to get rid of us, so there's no question, I think, about what was happening with Bailu's succession. Is that correct? Well, let's just ask if we should retreat.
We don't know how many there are. Let's get out of here. Go.
I love when Don Hung takes charge. It's my man.
Look,
Whoa.
look at that shadow. Could it be an assassin?
Don't worry. Those things aren't hostile.
Why does it mean so much to me that he's like giving her like these little lessons? You know what I mean? Like it's so amazing to me.
This power, it rivals the tidal forces in Scale Gorge waterscape. Is that you, Don Peng? Have you returned?
Oh, they're seeing Don Hung, or is he? Or well, like, they would be talking to, could be talking to Don Fung in the past as well.
I'm afraid you have
Okay,
the
they're
wrong
talking directly to him.
person.
Okay. Is this a Vidyahara ghost? What is this?
These floating shadows are called mirage echoes. They are memories of past lives and echoes from the past that the Vidyadhara shed during their rebirth.
The books say that these mirages only speak to people they can recognize. And the water on their bodies can be used as medicine.
Interesting. So like Bailu knows the medicine side of this, the medical side of this. And that makes sense why they probably weren't speaking to us at the time. But I guess like Don Heng was with us at the time, so maybe some of them didn't recognize him at the time. But they probably did say something that I'm forgetting as well. But that's interesting that the water on their bodies can be used as medicine.
Seems this mirage mistook me for Don
That's
Feng.
happened quite a bit since we got here, right?
There's no mistake. This old man would recognize your voice.
Even the same voice?
Have you come to this sacred place to repent? The proud son of the Vidyadhara, hero of the High Cloud Quintet. You fought with us your whole life. How far you have fallen. You availed yourself of the transmutation arcanum to summon that draconic abomination, and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge Waterscape in the process.
So this is what they're talking about, what Don Feng did then. So the proud son, the hero of the High Cloud Quintet, you fought with us your whole life, how far you've fallen, and they're saying what he did here, summoned the draconic abomination and almost laid waste to Scale Gorge Waterscape in the process, which was his traditional location, right? For the Vidyadhara.
If your allies hadn't united to slay it, then the abomination would have destroyed the ambrosial arbor seal. Tell me, did it sadden you to watch the abomination perish?
So there's like a lot of bitterness here about this too then.
As the High Elder, you should have freed us from the plight of rebirth and set foot on a brand new path. But instead, you were seduced by your reputation and abandoned yourself. You counted Xianzhou natives and even short-life species among your friends.
So it seems like he's saying that he like abandoning himself is probably like not is abandoning the idea of being a dragon, right? And they saw that like him making friends with people of the Xianzhou and also short-life species is like an abandonment of self.
The upcoming trial is your final chance. Hand over the secrets of the transmutation arcanum.
The ritual,
now,
right?
And the preceptors can help you keep your secret.
Preceptors. The transmutation arcanum. That was the thing he said, right?
Isn't that draconic abomination you created proof of the transmutation arcanum success?
So during that ritual he created an abomination?
I heard that Don Feng craved the powers of our dragon ancestor Long the Permanence, and created a monstrous dragon-like creature. That must be what he's referring to. And so the hero of the Xianzhou became its arch-villain.
Yeah, this is really interesting to me. It's super, super interesting to me.
Elder, look around you. You've long since reincarnated. What remains here are just the mirages of the waters of the ancient sea.
Impossible. I still live. The High Elder succession will not be severed in this generation.
And so again, so like I'm determined about this as well.
I don't like this mirage.
We can get rid of him.
He thought that the Vidyadhara was superior to other races, and that he was superior to other Vidyadhara. As if the Vidyadhara would never progress without their plans.
And I love that Bailu laughed there as well. But I love that Bailu seeing this like, as something that is, as you would, as most people would see as bad, right? Bailu has such a great relationship with all the people on the, well, not everyone, but like a lot of people on the Xianzhou. And the idea of like thinking of herself as better doesn't even cross her mind.
I guess Don Feng probably never told them the secret of the transmutation.
It seems to be. It seems to be.
We shouldn't linger
Right.
here. The assassins are using skilled cloud hymn magic to make themselves invisible. But their presence is all too real. These mirage echoes, on the other hand, are vestiges of the past. If we can center and transmit the echoes, we should be able to detect any assassins hidden beneath the surface of the water. Let's look for mirage echoes and send out pulses. Move carefully.
So, assassins using the Cloud Hymn are in stealth mode and are difficult to detect. After being attacked by an enemy in stealth mode and entering battle, all enemies' actions are greatly advanced and their weaknesses are hidden. Use Mirage Echolocation can detect enemies in stealth mode in advance. There's a cooldown time after the ability is used, so we can detect them. Okay, so if we do this... That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Hey. I know it's not a weakness, but like we were able to attack them first, I guess. You know? Which is pretty great.
Careful. They're waiting for us to get close enough to reveal our weak spots.
It's such an amazing move, right? So maybe I was thinking Dan Heng maybe could. Maybe it's just there was one enemy that like
I'll see you.
was that just didn't revive or can revive, and I guess got mixed up probably. Yeah, that's probably it. So what we're dealing with now is then, if we're talking about all this stuff, Dan Feng summoned an abomination through the Arcanum ritual that nearly destroyed the Ambrosial Arbor and laid waste to this whole area. And then in the end, he didn't even tell anyone the secrets of what happened here as well. And they saw Dan Feng as someone who let go of their dragonness by becoming friends and, I guess, congregating and hanging out with people and being with people that are not of the dragon, race. And a lot of the elders saw themselves as way better, and that seems like it's kind of like a thing now as well, right? The idea of them seeing themselves as a little bit better than a lot of other people. No, it's not happening. It's not happening. You can change your character, so whatever, we have to just go with Dan Heng, okay?
I sense a storm.
Eternal sleep. The dead return.
Yeah, it's all like there's so many like, different like details to each character, and I actually kind of like that. There's like never any like. How do I say? It's not that there's not no certainty. I think it's just more of a case of like.
This battle is
the factions have so many different beliefs and so many people within those factions that like it's hard sometimes to like fully understand everything at first, and like you kind of have to dig deep into like a lot of their feelings, and there's so many different people that and that's the thing with people in general. Like it's probably very difficult to obviously to understand everybody and everyone's nuanced opinions. Yeah, I bet you tried that. Ah. I bet you tried that. You tried it again. Nearly worked.
Awaken, dormant scales.
Let's go for a blast.
Blood cleansing dragon.
Love that so much. The look to the camera almost. It's so cool.
Want to see what
So let's start off with this.
We've entered the storm.
Buff everybody.
To guard and
Man, the
defend.
Bronya freaking Sushan combo has been so freaking good.
Dodge this.
It's been like perfect.
This.
We should have gotten the other guy who would have done more damage. I mean, like he had more health, so it made sense to probably get him. But hey, look, we're here now.
Let me through.
Didn't really matter.
Yo.
I'll see.
Now we just get rid of him as well. Okay.
Miss Bailu, you fled the alchemy
Whoa.
commission yet again. How many times have I told you our rules state that?
So they know about Bailu.
Sorry. I'm sorry. I won't
No,
do
she's
it
just an
again.
escape artist. It's her pastime.
Wait. I remember that voice. That's the old chief alchemist.
Whoa.
So she's been
So she. Oh,
reborn?
so this is who was before, who was like kind of like the head of the alchemy commission.
Reborn? More excuses. Who brought you out this time? Is that Master Don?
Oh, the shock in her voice as well, right? You've got the wrong person.
I don't think so. The appearance of the Loufu's high elders have been similar through the ages, but there's no mistaking Master Don Feng.
It's so crazy how we're seeing it in real time, how like the separation between Dan Feng and Dan Heng is hard for like so many people, especially these like reincarnated, like reborn spirits.
Bailu, return to the Forbidden Residence. I must speak.
You don't control Bailu anymore.
Oh.
No Bailu.
Okay.
Oh, poor Bailu.
You were just a mirage.
Oh, the
Echo.
poor gal.
I got tricked
It's
again.
okay. It's okay. She nearly went back to bed. She nearly went, back to her room.
Master Donfeng, I finally understand your plan. That little girl is the key to the transmutation
Wait, what?
arcanum. This is a breakthrough for my research.
So Bailu is the key to the Arcanum? The key?
The Videodora performs self-reincarnation, but we are unable to reproduce. Natural and artificial disasters inevitably reduce our population.
Oh yeah, because there's no reproduction. Then like it's just like there's only reincarnation. So So if you die by natural or artificial disasters, you can't get reincarnated.
If this continues, one day our noble draconic bloodline will perish, and the fated decree of the permanence will be violated. For this very reason, I have spent my entire life researching ways to free the Videodora from the
Wait,
cycle
and
of
so
reincarnation.
Bailu is the key to that?
I have been without success for a long, long time, thinking that this reincarnation had been naught but a waste. But now, you have enlightened me.
So was Donfeng trying to like break the cycle of reincarnation in this way? And Bailu was somehow a major part of this.
Donfeng. What
Pretty
did you
terrifying.
do?
It's very terrifying to even think about. Like, what could he have done?
Master Donfeng, your changes to the transmutation arcanum created a draconic abomination that wreaked great
Oh
destruction.
man.
But it also created a new life. This is the hope that will one day allow the Videodora to
Wait, so was Bailu created? Remember they were saying earlier was Bailu created during this moment? Like, is that what they're saying? So this destruction also brought new life?
My understanding of reproduction was limited by ordinary notions. How constrained I was. Why should Videodora reproduction remain trapped within the confines of our
What do you mean?
To unearth the potential might of long blood and incorporate other races into the flesh of the dragon. Isn't that the real meaning behind the transmutation arcanum?
What is happening here?
The Preceptors are too narrow-minded to see your talent. They want to install another High Elder. Foolish.
What does she mean by that?
The transmutation arcanum seems to contain a secret that allows the Videodora to escape the cycle of reincarnation and return to
That's
normal
crazy.
reproduction.
Like break a cycle completely like that?
But the mechanism eludes
Yeah,
me.
like then is that how the powers are passed on then to Dan Heng? Because like there wasn't like a normal reincarnation?
Let's go.
There's a lot here, man. There's like a lot here. It seems like what she was saying is that the experiment that they were doing, or the research that they were doing, was trying to find a way to break the cycle of reincarnation, because they believed that like the population of the Videodora was like falling, and since there was no way to actually reproduce, and every time there was like a natural disaster or something pretty horrible to happen that left the Videodora kind of devastated, it would mean that the population continued to like go down and down and down and down and down without any like new birth happening. But it seems that like there was with the destruction of whatever happened there with the abomination that was brought forth by Donfeng, there was also new life that was birthed as well. This is like making me feel so weird. It's so weird. Oh, they got me. That was actually very good. Honestly, very good. They deserve that one. They deserve the one completely. Honestly, the weakness thing does not matter that much with this.
Let me through. You'll pay for this. Take this. Shape, rise, Venus.
So fun. So fun. Let's do Xianzhou next again.
Want to see what I can do? Dodge this.
We should be using Donfeng as much as we can, though, because who knows when we get the chance again, you know? Who knows?
Miss Bailu, what are you doing in my pharmacy?
Don't tell me you've already heard about Sanctus Medicus. Have you come here to...
Wait. So... Did Bailu find out that someone was part of the Sanctus Medicus?
Seems like none of the Mirage Echoes realize that. You've already
Yeah,
been
they're stuck in a period of time.
They are mere fragments stripped from the lives of the Vidyadhara.
I have never believed in the High Elder. You are unworthy of the condemnation you spout. Especially you, Miss Bailu. You simply do not have the power of the High Elder, the power to summon the forces of nature. Why should I believe you are superior in any way?
So this is the doubts they had in Bailu as well here. But the other one said that they felt like Bailu was like a key to something happening here too.
The priests, our people, they think the High Elder is the Vidyadhara's only savior. Arrogant, illogical. Have you seen what merciful men...
And there we go, another faction, right? Another faction believing that they're the way to the way to go. Give people immortality.
The Vidyadhara already have the mortal bodies. What they should pray for is
Wait,
the
so
ability to reproduce like the Xianzhou
the Medicus was
Loufu.
somehow like trying to give the ability to reproduce for the... What?
Merciful Medicus will help us to grow our population and bear descendants. They can
How?
be the High Elder.
My head hurts, man. It hurts. How?
One day you will come to know that I was right.
I never knew the Vidyadhara had believers in the plagues author among their ranks.
They're everywhere. They're genuinely everywhere. But they're saying that like somehow like the Sanctus Medicus can like, and the power of the plagues author can give the power of reproduction back. Is that just like the idea of like the same way that they say that you can like cure someone who can't walk or something like that? I shouldn't say the word cure, by the way, but like that's the way they described it, right? As a cure, even though like it's actually like a curse. It's so interesting. All these different factions believing they're right? And then all like, it's starting to scare me a little bit. And I hope you guys understand that like it is like confusing a little bit too. Like there's a lot going on with this. The rain here is so pretty, man. It's so gorgeous. Let's keep going with this as well. So we actually wait. Okay, there's someone over there. So this is the one we actually have to talk to. So this is like a designated marker.
Why did you disgrace yourself?
So again, these are snippets from the life of the Vidyadhara.
You were my hero. I dreamed of being just like you, of joining the Cloud Knights. But you betrayed the hopes and dreams of the Elders.
This Mirage Echo. He must be a Cloud Knight who fought alongside Don Feng all those years ago.
How many of us perished in that disaster and could not be reincarnated? And my leg was torn off by that abomination. Oh, the pain.
Oh, so like this is like a direct like showcase of like what happened during that disaster as well?
The doctors at the Alchemy Commission said I have to reincarnate as soon as possible to avoid affecting my immortal life. But my poor comrades have no chance of returning to the ancient sea.
Because they all fell under like violence and being killed by that abomination instead of actually just like being reincarnated normally. So he had to reincarnate quick then, I guess, right after he lost his limbs.
You once told us that we should cherish every life cycle and that you would use cloud-hidden magic to heal our wounds. But in the end, all you did was betray us.
And this is showing that there was people there that were like, Don Feng was bad. Don Feng like betrayed us. Don Feng did this, and like, you know, and we saw it already. There's people that believe he betrayed like all of his kind. While there was someone from there was a girl we talked to there that believed that this was like a good step forward. Don Heng, you don't have to listen to him.
I must listen to him very carefully. We cannot afford to miss any information.
I will never forgive you. The High Elder's power belongs to the Vidyadhara of the Loufu. You are unworthy. The Vidyadhara must not sever the High Elder's succession tradition just because of you.
Desperately wanted to keep this tradition as well.
Hand it over.
So this is the ritual, right?
Dan Heng, is this the price we pay for bearing the power of the High Elder? Carrying the weight of all these expectations. All this hatred.
Man. And Bailu's seeing that again, it's the shakiness in her voice. She's seeing, like, you know, what they're saying about Dan Heng, what we're carrying in terms of reincarnation, like the past and all this stuff that is brought forward into the future.
Before any of this transpires, you have enough time to prepare.
Reassuring her as well. Holy hell, this is like legitimately like one of like the most like not I guess lore heavy, you could say, information heavy things we've done in this game. And like, oh god, I keep forgetting. I can't. I keep forgetting. It's okay though. It's not like it's gonna actually matter too much, like legitimately. But still,
Eternal sleep is the
there's so much info happening all at once. There's so many things we're learning about these different factions, and hopefully, like, we'll be able to like get a grasp on it by the end as well.
Want to see what I can do? Dodge this!
Oh, I thought we could get something there. That's okay though.
bloom.
Lovely stuff there.
Take this! Shape, rise, Venus!
Wait, did we not? Did I not use the ability to stop their Marstruck healing with... Hold on a second. Maybe I'm just mistaken.
I guess Lord. First. Just get on with it.
I feel like the first thing I did was that. Yeah. There's so much info happening all at once. There's so many things we're learning about these. Does that not get rid of the Marstruck healing? Or am I wrong? Interesting.
Strength.
Like that's...
This battle is
Did they do something to get rid of it?
Lend me your strength.
I sense a storm.
Is that what happened? They did something to like kind of like circumvent that? He looks so good there. I'm not sure. I'm legit not sure.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? I was so worried.
So many of them know Bailu as well, right?
Yuan Li, is that you? I thought something must have happened to you.
Oh, Bailu's voice is so adorable.
Miss Bailu, I'm so sorry that I can't be your maid anymore. But I heard that a smart and talented replacement
wow.
would be coming soon.
Why did you leave? Oh, is that the new maid?
Yes, I suppose you must have met her already.
Yeah, we have.
I hope she is more competent than I was.
She's very protective of Bailu for sure.
The preceptors are very fearful of you, Miss Bailu. They asked every maid to record your dreams and daily activities, and I did so at first. After a while, I felt that the preceptors were asking this not out of concern for you, but for some malevolent purpose. So I stopped.
So she could tell that they were out for something different.
Yuan Li, don't worry. I never told anyone about my dreams.
About her dreams. So they're saying that they're very fearful of you, which is so interesting. And to record your dreams, by the way. Like to record your dreams. So there's something about Bailu's dreams then as well.
Good. Then I needn't worry. They'll be assigning me to a different job soon. I hope we have another chance to see each other one day.
Yes. So long.
She's already been reborn.
Yes.
But Bailu, I think, is just like happy to talk at all
Let's keep going.
with her, you know? So like they tried to get her to like record the dreams of Bailu every single day, I guess. And she stopped doing it as soon as she... Oh god, no, stop, go away from me, go away from me. There you go. And tried to do it every single... when she realized it wasn't for anything that was actually for like the path that she was supposed to take, and there's some malicious intent by it.
Your assistance is timely.
She decided to stop doing it altogether, which honestly like shows how much she did care about Bailu and how people care about Bailu in general, right? People do care about her so much.
I'll see you off.
It's actually like a really sweet thing how much they care about Bailu. Genuinely.
Eternal sleep is the dead return.
I sense a storm. Heaven's surge. Break.
Wait. You can do it. Oh, wait a a second. Let me test this out here. Not there. Here for a second. I think I got that wrong. That makes much more sense. Hold on a second here. Let me just try this out for a second here. Oh, there's another enemy up there. I think we could have tried one of them.
Heaven's Search.
You can do it 3 times.
Rise.
That is so cool. I didn't even realize.
Let me through.
That is so cool. Oh my god. I was gonna pull for you know, alt Dan Heng just because I loved him, but now we're pulling for alt Dan Heng because that's a freaking awesome move. That's so sick. That's legit one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. This thing.
Heaven's Search.
That's so cool.
Break.
That is so freaking legit cool.
You chose the
Yeah, such a cool move. Like that, it just feels good. It's one of those moves that just feels super good. Oh! Out of freaking nowhere as well.
The strength.
We might as well, right?
Awaken dormant scales.
We could have got a power buff there, but it's fine. I love how they just like fall over these Maristor creatures. Let's buff Dan Heng.
Enter the storm. To guard and defend. Crush them.
Heaven's Search. Rise.
It's so much fun. It's legitimately such a fun move. And it's one of those things where it's like, yeah, like tapping, it's not just about tapping something or pressing a button. It's like you get to see like how freaking powerful it is after you do it. And it's so cool. We're back.
Miss Bailu, are you okay? You were in there for such a long time.
Oh, the little run up as well. There was a lot to do there.
Luckily, I had Dan Heng and her to protect me all the way. If anyone's owed a thanks, it's them.
This has been a very dangerous journey. It's a good thing we managed to escape. Yeah, just be honest about it, right? We don't want to be rude and dishonest about it.
I didn't expect those assassins to be so brazen and reckless, storming a sacred place like Scale Gorge Waterscape and pursuing you. Rest assured, Miss Bailu, I'll report them to the elders and round them all up.
Like, how could you like want to pursue? Look at this. Look at her.
Fortunately, the 3 of you were blessed by the gods. If anything had happened to you, it would have been a dereliction of duty on my part.
Assassins. None of us mentioned that the danger involved
Oh my god.
assassins.
Oh my god.
How did you know that?
Oh my god. I was just assuming they passed her by and told her like to you know what I mean? But then obviously they would have hurt her too. Oh no. The overprotection of Bailu is actually just like a way to contain her, isn't it? It's just a way to like keep her back.
Oh, it's because
Oh no.
we were already attacked at the ferry, no? I was just worried that
No.
those people would try and attack you again.
No, there's monsters. You could have said monsters and it would have been more believable. Was there monsters on there is what you should have said.
You said those assassins only came from Mr. Dan Heng. But the ones we met in the ruins were coming from me instead.
Yeah. Oh no. You can't do your little smile after you were caught out.
Perhaps the real dereliction of duty was that not enough happened to you.
So, did the elders send you to take out the unworthy High Elder?
So awful.
That was my idea alone. How could the Preceptors have come up with that?
And they want to, wait, that was your idea alone? But the elders, the Preceptors do want to like change. They want to be able to choose the elder themselves. Like, what, you did it alone though?
From my perspective, the Vidyadhara requires only one High Elder. A second High Elder, one who is weak and useless, must be removed.
Don't talk about Bailu that at all.
Miss Bailu, our relationship as mistress and maid ends here. Farewell.
Those words you're saying, by the way, this betrayal you've had here, you may think it's to your advantage, these words. What you're saying is true, but it's not the way you think it's going to turn out. What you're saying is exactly true.
I sense a storm.
Holy hell.
They don't look so good.
And we have, oh my god, we have Bailu and Stell. That's so freaking fun. That's so fun. to do a damage reduction here as well. Like, it's such an interesting team as well, because this is actually who's here, right? This is exactly who's here.
Heaven's surge. Break. Awaken, Dormant's world.
Let's go again here. It's such a cool move, isn't it? It's so cool.
Lance at the ready.
And get the blast in as well. It's super fun. We should try that other, the other ability soon, right? For sure.
Heaven's surge. Rise.
What a team. Oh, I haven't done that in a while. The vitamins. Great stuff.
Lance ablaze.
We haven't seen this in a while, right?
Lance. Forward.
It's so simple, but like at the same time, like so like. Oh my god! Like it's a cone of fire. More enemies.
Am I too late?
Wait! No! What the hell? That's so freaking great.
Reinforcements.
I am. That's so awesome. Genuine showing up at like the right moment here as well.
For the master stroke.
He knew there was something up, right? He must have known there was something
Radiant
up.
Spirit.
Look at this. When I saw the big gigantic creature, I was like, that's not Dan Heng's move. Holy freaking hell. It's legitimately so great. I don't think we even need this, but hey, look, we'll do it. It's nice to see the description, you know? We haven't seen it in a while. Need a doctor? Oh, we could blast already. Again, that shot from the general as well.
Heaven's surge.
And we gotta do a blast also.
Break. Awaken.
I would just leave. This is such an interesting team, though, isn't it? But like again, it makes sense. It makes sense. I wonder if like the intention of going for Bailu actually is intentional that they're attacking Bailu a lot, or maybe it's just like the game will generally attack healers more often than not, which would make some sort of sense, right? For sure. Yeah, we should definitely try out this ability sometime, like the one that Cell has here.
Lance ablaze.
For sure.
Lance forward.
There's no time to lose. Conflict is pitiless.
Need a doctor?
Lance at the ready.
Man, we're gonna only be able to like chip away at this guy here. Look at him. He's like he has like a lot like of health. But I guess we're gonna have to use Dan Heng a lot to break down his abilities too. I'm not letting Bailu die. Are you kidding me? Cold day in hell.
Follow my charge.
We should have restored there.
I'm on guard.
But we have
Heaven's surge.
Wait, so there's a single target. Wait, there's sort of like a regular blast.
Heaven's
and then there's
surge.
like a mega blast? What's the regular blast? Should we try regular blast? Just for one person? Very sick.
Conclusion.
Do not let them get an attack in. Okay, good. Okay, good. Because they would have gone for Bailu again.
A pity. So close.
Look who you're standing in front of. This is the arrogance that people have in these situations. Look who you're standing in front of.
Did the Preceptors truly believe that nobody knew of their scheme?
Genuine knew about this. He knew about this. So he let us kind of like trigger the trap, I guess, as well, because he probably knew we were capable.
They should return to their senses. Attacking the Dragon Lady only destroys what little prestige.
Wow, he's like saying they didn't even have that much to begin with.
The whole thing was planned by me and me alone. Beware of false charges, General.
You're acting so confident for someone who's in a very a bad position right now, you know?
Save your breath. We all know the truth once the Cloud Knights send you to the 10 Lords Commission's judges.
Yeah, I wonder if there could be a possibility where they told her to take the blame, right? That could be a thing as well.
Too late right, Jing Yuan. I go no further.
Exhales her last breath and collapses to the ground. She died?
I always felt useless in the eyes of the elders. A false dragon who failed to inherit the power of the High Elder. And today I realized they'll use any means of removing me.
It seems to be.
Not all of the Vidyadhara harbor evil intentions. If you feel uneasy, the Seat of Divine Foresight can arrange for you to stay elsewhere.
He's basically saying, like, I can get you a different place. I get you a place to stay. Like, he's so caring. He really is.
Thank you, General. I'd like to talk more with Dan Heng.
Yes, 100%.
Very well. I will await all of you at the ferry.
This is such a like, imagine, like, again, like, having this betrayal this young in your life as well, right? Having people send assassins after you. And it's like, it's almost like a realization of, like, the weight of the position you're in, right?
The Vidyadhara have neither parents nor family members. Once born, the teacher is assigned to instruct the young Vidyadhara in the art of Cloud Hymn, as well as various life skills.
And this is something we saw in the mural, right?
Dunham, did you have a teacher like that?
If you're asking about Vidyadhara tradition, I'm afraid that's something I never had any experience of.
Right.
I've always been a wanderer. I can never return to my home.
And this has been a thing he's been saying since the start of the game, right?
In my fragmented dreams, I meet enemies on the battlefield. But in my travels, I meet many people who I can describe with the word teacher.
Oh my god.
As far back as I can remember, I've had the preceptors and alchemy commission healers telling me what to do. Cure diseases, save lives. I don't know if that counts as teaching. You know something? It feels like you're the teacher I've been waiting for. Virtuous in the past life, master in the next life.
Oh my god.
We were friends or disciples in our previous incarnations.
A friend or disciple of Dan Feng? Maybe.
That's so sweet as well, that you're the teacher I've been waiting for this whole time. And it's such a great contrast as well. Like, Dan Heng is someone who found teachers outside of the tradition of the Vidyadhara along the way. I'm assuming people like Welt, and I'm assuming even people like March, even like people that would teach you things throughout life, right? But obviously, like, people that you can look up to as well. I know people are gonna say, well, not March, you wouldn't be a teacher. But I mean, like, anyone can teach you things in life and make you learn things about yourself and learn things about life. And whereas the other opposite side, you have Bailu, who's like never had an official someone she could trust, someone that she could actually look up to, someone that like truly was the person that would teach her in a way that she believed was the best way for her, and she sees that in Dan Heng.
Miss Bailu, at first, I was worried that your title of High Elder was in name only, and that an absence of true power would eventually put you in grave danger. It seems I was overthinking.
Little laugh.
You have no shortage of true power.
Honestly, lovely to say.
You mean the power to repair the seal? The power you taught me?
The Mirage Echoes of Scale Gorge Waterscape mentioned that not only was Dan Feng a brave warrior, he could heal others with Cloud Hymn magic. What you have is the power of the High Elder that belongs to you. The power of life that can reforge the Arbor seal and the vitality of the eternal roots. It is a world away from my power of destruction.
Wait, so... did she get this from Dan Feng as well? The idea of being able to use the Cloud Hymn, like being able to use like healing magic and stuff? But he says it's a world away from my power of destruction. The powers that I can do, the power of destruction, the power of like of what we were able to do before, is different from your power entirely.
In that case, Dunfeng probably had a gentle side to him too.
Of course, Bailu would look at it this way.
Perhaps.
Look at this image, right? Two of the Vidyadhara standing face to face in front of the arbor down there.
We should head back to the healer's market. I have other things to do today. Let's go.
Challenge complete. Honestly, incredible. Honestly, like really, really cool stuff.
Now that the seal is repaired, my affairs on the Xianzhou have drawn to an end. For the time being.
Are you planning on staying on the Loufu? The banishment decree has been revoked, and the preceptors have regained an awareness of the situation. This is your chance to return to your home.
I don't think this is for him. I don't think so. And by the way, no, he's coming with us. Don Heng belongs to the Acid Express. You should stay, remember to write us. Wait for Don Heng's response. I want to let him know that we want him to be a part of the Acid Express.
I do not seek to take Don Heng away from you.
You better not, because you're about to get pushed into the water here.
As a nameless, the Express still needs
We
me.
need you so much. We need you so much. Never leave us.
Ah, that is a pity.
Whoa. So that's the ending to this whole thing then. The dragon returns.
I think I should refrain from violating the healer's orders any further. The weariness is creeping up on me once again. Time to lie down. Farewell, all of you.
Man, this was an interesting quest because like I don't think you're supposed to be fully sure on every single answer of what happened here, right? What I've gotten from this and the idea that I've gotten from this is that Don Fong was banished for creating an abomination that would destroyed. Again, bear with me. An abomination that destroyed, that laid waste to the forge. That laid waste to the forge, and also nearly destroyed the arbor. And what Don Fong was trying to find was a way to break the cycle of reincarnation, so that they could reproduce. It seems because one of the people down there was talking about the idea of like reproduction, and they talk about their like experimentation to be able to achieve that, and they said that Bailu was the key to this somehow. So I wonder, since they said that yes, the abomination just created a lot of destruction, was there also a thing where maybe Bailu was created in that moment and they saw that as like new life? And maybe that's like maybe why Bailu, because they talk about like having like different features and stuff, I guess maybe that's why Bailu had a tail. Could that be it? Maybe. And what happened was that he broke the cycle of reincarnation in a way that like passed his powers on to, instead of passing his powers on to the next in line, it passed him on to like just another version of himself, which kind of is like Don Heng. Leading then, and again, this is somewhat, always up in the air as well. It leads the preceptors, the high elders, to wanting to get rid of Bailu because they believe, though, even though Bailu was chosen by Don Fong, that she's not a true leader chosen by them. They want to be able to choose the leader of the Vidyahara, or the new high elder, and then the Alchemy Commission wants to keep Bailu in that position as well, because they believe in the idea of the traditions, and what strengthened that was the idea of what they saw what Don Heng could do here with the waters. And it's over there, right? So they saw at a distance from the city, like the rising waves in the distance probably, and were like, holy freaking hell, the power is real. We have to keep this traditional power intact. And there was a belief that Bailu maybe didn't have that power and didn't have that amazing power that she could, how do I say, like, that she could be the High Elder. But Don Heng 100% believes that she can now, because it's not just like about destruction. She has the power of healing, this magical power of healing that was on full display down there as well. And that's another part of being powerful. Let's move up here for a second. That's another big part of being powerful. So Don Fong, let's stand here. Don Fong was trying to break the cycle of reincarnation, and in the process, he was seen as a traitor and someone that like was not to be trusted anymore. And in that sense, it created a whole thing with Don Fong, where he now was in a position that they believed he was like almost like a traitor to the Vidyahara themselves. right? Because he kind of like congregated and interacted with people who were like long life species and people of the Xianzhou, and some people saw that as a bad thing. They believed he betrayed the Vidyahara altogether by creating that abomination in the first place, when it seems like his goal was to create more dragons. Is that what I'm getting here? At least that was what one of the women were saying, that the woman said that Bailu was somehow the key to this. And maybe the research into trying to create like a reproduction for Vidyahara, maybe it was because Bailu was created during that moment of the abomination, maybe? And in that moment, through what was it, molten reincarnation, they saw Bailu as the key. Bailu is now the thing that could help as like a key to creating more dragons, possibly. Maybe this is like, I misinterpreted this completely, but I'll come back if I did and we'll have a chat about it. There's also the fact that the Sanctus Medicus were also involved in the idea that, so obviously there was like people looking for ways to do this, right? They probably went to the Sanctus Medicus and asked if there's ways that you could do this, maybe like make, just in the same way that they would like make some, as you said, and I used the wrong words before, and I do apologize for that, the idea of like, because again, I don't always like want to upset people who like, obviously like have their own differences about themselves as well. But like, it is like something that they make someone able to like walk again, or someone who is like clearly sick, trying to give them like healing. The perfect example is Dan Chu was blind, trying to make her, able to see again. And I wonder if they maybe went to the Sanctus Medicus in a way to be kind of like, maybe they can like make us reproduce. Maybe there's a way that the Plague's Altar could help us reproduce in that way as well. That could also be a possibility. I'm not sure if that's the case though. It's really hard to like really discern like whether that is like the big, whether that's what's happening here or not. But it seems like once again there's a lot of like faction stuff at play. There's a lot of things where we have let's get this here. Where we have a lot of different, and it's very realistic the way they do, as we said. They have a lot of different like ideals and a lot of different beliefs, and they're clashing constantly in this place. And the Xianzhou has done such a perfect job of doing this in a way. And I feel like they did it in Bailu to like an extent too, but I feel like they ramped it up here with like the political stuff and the different religious factions, all this stuff. It really does seem like it's a big pile of red tape that gets very confusing and hurting. It hurts sometimes to even think about, honestly. But there's a lot to this. But I think the crux of everything, if we can summarize everything that we had in this quest so far, it was the idea that that Bailu was considered the successor named by Dongfang. Dongfang created an abomination that destroyed the forge, but also nearly destroyed the ambrosial arbor. In that process, new life was born, but also destruction came as well at the same time. My theory is that it's Bailu that was created at the time, that Bailu is somehow the key to this experiment. In the end, Dongfang didn't tell anyone about how to do the trial, right? The reincarnation stuff. Oh, I forget the name of it. There's so many different terms, but I'm sure you guys will remind me, or I can just put it on the screen here and you can know what I'm talking about. There's so many different terms that it's so easy to forget this stuff, really, honestly. Yeah. And after that, now that Dongfang, quote unquote Dongfang has returned here, we now have an issue where it created a new argument between the different factions, because now that Dongfang has returned, there's like a reason to argue that we could have a different successor, and Bailu's not the one for the job, while other people believe that we should keep Bailu in that position. Maybe because in some ways that she is a key to this stuff as well. And if the elders are sending assassins, that means the elders don't believe that she should be the one in charge, while the Alchemy Commission believe she should be, which makes sense now why her maid was like so adamant about us not even meeting Bailu, right? And not even giving Bailu the time of day. She wanted us to see the High Elders first, which means she probably was going to set up an ambush for us, which wouldn't have ended good for the High Elders either. Yeah, this is a really complicated but interesting story. It really is. Trying to show, like, I guess, like, where the Dongfang powers came from, because it's clear that he kept the powers and it wasn't, like, reincarnated in the normal way, and where Bailu was created as well, but she looks different to Dongfang and all this stuff, too. Sorry if, like, a lot of my ramblings seem like they are confused ramblings, but there's a lot to this. There is, like, a lot to this. But I do how do I say, I do love this, right? I do love getting confused. I do love having all these different things in my mind because then I can talk about it with you guys and it maybe will become clearer after that as well. Obviously, don't tell me anything. The rule is always, if it hasn't happened, you don't talk about it. Don't even think about talking about it. We do not talk about it. Really cool stuff, though. Really cool stuff. And really crazy, really, like, confusing. But all of it's, like, so interesting. So now we're also going to do something I was going to do last week, but I kind of want to make right on this as well. In the warp section, I didn't look at Phaenon's character here. So we're going to look at Phaenon's, here we go. Not what I was expecting. Very soft face, very soft eyes, right? Love the blue cape as well. We're going to look at the idle animations in a second as well, by the way, because that's something that someone said I neglect to do sometimes, and it's so true. It's a very, like... I said this before, like, the outfits can be very, like, complicated, but not noisy in any way. It doesn't ever feel like it's too bad to have these like this. Like, look at that pattern on the arm. That's really, really, really pretty as well. He has such, like, a soft, pretty face, right? Like, the smile of the eyes and the beautiful blue eyes as well, you know? And I love the, like, the shoulder pad here as well. It's so cool. Let's get a good, like, look here as well. I love how they just use normal boots that, like... Well, I guess there's, like, a symbol of the sun on them as well. That cape is so noble as well. Oh, my God. Save me, hero. Save me, Phaedon. I have 3 for this banner. So I'm definitely, like, so good with, like, wishing on some of these. Though. Probably not going to get anything, but, like, I like to wish with you guys anyway, you know what I mean? It probably is a case where we don't get anything, you know? Oh, cool. Wait. What the hell? That looks so freaking cool. What the hell? Let's see this as well. And that there as well. Again, I don't know how much we got here. Or we can wish on here. Okay, cool. I am thinking of doing like a 110 wish on one of these banners in order to just see if we can get like maybe Tsing Young, right? To see. And again, we'll try it once. If you don't get it once, that's fine. I'll leave it. Because like, it's one of those situations where I hope people make sense whenever I say this. There's not one part of me. There's not one part of me, right, that doesn't think these characters look really cool. The Fox Mask looking so cool on Sparkle. Sunday looking absolutely fantastic with the, you know, as I said, like, you know, Honkai Jesus. This adorable character as well. And Phaenon, who also, like, has this, like, beautiful sweet eyes, beautiful hair, all this stuff. Like, there's nothing wrong with these characters whatsoever. But I kind of want to wish on characters that I know sometimes. But then again, like, you know, like, it can be fun to get some 4 stars too. And we could, like, you know, there's a chance we could lose a 50-50 as well. Now, it's hard to narrow it down. I love his design. I love Sparkle's design as well. But we're not going to get this character in a 10 wish anyway. We don't have enough pity either, right? We definitely do not have enough pity to get a character in like that quickly. Like, it's just end of. But we do have a lot of gems and we do have a lot of wishes, right? So we could just do a 10 on one of these, but I'm not sure which one to do it on. Let's take a look at like all of the characters again, right? We'll do that really quickly and just we'll see this as well. So, so yeah, this is a really cool character design, really pretty. He looks like you know, a heroic character. He could be the main character in a story. Wait, I just noticed there's something on his neck as well. Really interesting. Really cool boots, same symbol there. Yeah, really cool character. Down below, we have Tribby, who's adorable. We love the Greaves. Really, really cute character. We should also maybe look at the stats as well, I suppose, too. But yeah. We have Sunday, who I absolutely adore this design as well. It's so fun. And the hair is so cute as well. Like, I love this type of hairstyle. The kind of like half mullet type thing going on here. You know, with the curtains too. It's actually a really cool hairstyle. Yeah, really cool design there as well. And then we have Sparkle, It's the fox mask that is so like cute to me as well. And like, look at this. She has like such a mischievous smile also at the same time. Really, really cool. Really cool. Last time we wished to get Sushang, right? So I think I could do a 10-point wish on any of these characters. And again, as I said, if I don't get Ting Yong, we'll move on. Because Ting Yong is like obviously like another character I'm like very interested in, like you know, getting as well. An interesting character. Obviously, like also has like a lightning powers as well, which is also very cool too. Yukong's cool too. And also like if we got a constellation for March, I want to start using March again at some point as well. So yeah. What I could do, right? I'm kind of like drifting between Sunday and Sparkle. So what we could do is just do 10 wishes and go 5 wishes each. Right? And if we don't get so young on that, it's fine. You know? So let's go. Let's do it. And then we'll go back. I just go back and forth. Go back and forth. And we'll do 10 wishes. Wrong button. That's 3. That's 3. That's 4. I probably shouldn't skip it, but like we're going through 10 here, so that's 5. Because it's like, it's one of those things I don't mind who I get if I did get, so, you know, and we won't get anyone in this 10 pull, but it's one of those things where like, just in case, right? That's 6. Yeah, that's 6. And then that's 7. That's 8. That's 9. That's not 9. We had 49. Right? We had 49, so that's 8. So this next one will be 9. And this is our last wish, and this would be the 10th one. Right? Is there any indication of whether it's like a 4-star or not? Shouldn't you get a 4-star after every 10? That's a 4-star. It's purple, so it's 4-star. Dreams montage. So to explain, like, again, why I did 10 wishes here, right? Ting Yong is a really cool character with a really cool character design. Now, emotional attachment, I think I'm not there with her. I love her story. I love the idea of, like, how everyone's attached to her as well, and that's what made me, like, so emotional in that story. But I think you guys would know, like, from watching my playthrough, like, if you compare it to, like, how, you know, I feel about if Lucas showed up on the banner versus how Sushang showed up on the banner, it's obviously a little bit different. I'm not willing to like do more than 10 wishes right now because I definitely want to keep saving as much as possible for a character, a 5-star that I generally want. Now here's the thing, I know there's like a very low chance of me getting a 5-star character from the banner with so many wishes that I have done. I've only done like what, like at this point 30 wishes. It's almost like improbable to get a 5-star, but I want like to. Now we could lose it 50-50, that's a possibility as well. 100% that's a possibility. I totally understand that's a possibility. But I want to like wish on a banner with the gems. I've saved up so many gems at this point that I kind of want to like keep saving. So I said I'd try out 10 wishes to see if we can get Ting Yong because she has a cool character and a really cool design. But like I don't have the same fever to obtain Ting Yong as I would with Luca if Luca shows up on the banner or when Sushang showed up on the banner, if that makes sense. And it's no offense to Ting Yong, an amazing story. The way people talk about her is absolutely incredible. I hope we get to see some part of her story again. Such a big part of the story. But for me, I kind of want to just try and see if we can get this cool character and this cool design. But I don't have like the feverish wish to go past that because I'm worried of actually getting a 5-star. And it's not, here's the thing, it sounds like, oh, you're worried about getting a 5-star. What a problem. But it's more of a, I think you guys get what I'm saying. I kind of want to save my gems and tickets for a character that I would truly love and know on the 5-star banner. You know what I mean? If that makes sense. These are amazing designs. These are great designs. They're fantastic. Like, this is so sick. That's so sick. Right? But I think it's one of those situations where... And I just think, if this was like one of those situations, like say with Lucha, like, if it was a free character where you just got to pick a character, like, out of all these characters, yeah, you'd be able to pick a character. But like, for me personally, I don't want to... I want to save up my wishes for a bit. And then wish on a 5-star character on the banner that I truly want. If that makes sense. If that makes sense? Like, I think Xingyang is freaking awesome. She's a really cool character with an amazing design. Right now, I'm not willing to go over 10 wishes. That's just me. That's just me personally. Just in case you might get the 5-star. And again, I keep saying it sounds like that's a bad thing. Oh god, we have Sunday or Sparkle on our team. What a horror. You know what I mean? It wouldn't be a horror whatsoever. It'd be incredible. But I'm saving. I want to save out the rest of the stuff here. And build up that pity and all this stuff, but still save on those as well. I think that makes sense. I think it makes perfect sense. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. Thank you so much for always supporting the channel and supporting myself and supporting everything. It's always incredible to hear from you guys and see you guys in the comment section and stuff like this. Absolutely adore you guys. Always have. The comments are also beautiful on these quests, and I love seeing your guys' thoughts and everything as well. Thank you so much to Ty Fur 2, JB Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost Fiend Zuma, Felicious Felix, Yule, Radish, Adusta, Death Trap, Link, Marky, Assassin, True Peanut Butter, Peter Shelson, Heck, Leon, High Casparian, Jared Beanham, and at the highest tier of my YouTube, Blasco and Royal Game of 7. I'll see you all guys on Saturday for a really anticipated quest, I feel like, which is March 7th's quest as well.